Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Priya Hassan and welcome to AstroBits with Shrishti.com. Today we are going to talk to you about a very interesting new development which is happening, and that is basically about a new mission that NASA is about to launch. So this mission, which you can see, is the one which is called Pandora. Okay, and basically the mission is about a quest that human beings have been into since a very, very long time, and that's basically the quest of looking for extrasolar planets. So, what are extrasolar planets? These are planets outside our solar system where we are trying to basically look for life. Okay, so the mission is, here's the mission, here's an image of what this would look like. So let us see what exactly is the Pandora mission. So the Pandora is basically a small satellite. Okay, NASA has different categories of satellites which they send. This is a small satellite known as a small sat, and it's basically, like I said, designed to study exoplanets. That are planets which go around stars other than our sun. And the basic idea is to study the atmospheres of these planets, okay? Especially to see if they have water, cloud, hazes, or organic compounds, various things. So, water is considered very important for what we call habitability, okay? So, we think that a planet could be habitable if there is presence of water. Obviously, this is based on our understanding of what life is all about, and we think water is the most important thing. So, what is the principle on which it works? So, if you have an exoplanet which passes in front of its star, and you are, for example, looking at the star, when the planet comes inside the front of the star, the planet does not emit light, right? It blocks the light instead, and therefore you will have a slight dip in the brightness of the star. Okay, and if you can actually measure this dip, you can actually find out the star in the sense you can find out its radius, for example, because you can see the fraction in which you get the dip. You can get the radius. You can also use this to find out the period. If you can find out the period of, when does this happen, you can actually find out the orbital radius and some more parameters. And this is what is called the transect technique, which is a standard technique which has been used to identify exoplanets. This is the method which was used by the Kepler and the TESS programs of NASA. Now, the difference with Pandora, what it does is that it uses a method which is called transmission spectroscopy. Now, transmission spectroscopy is that when the planet is just behind the star and coming in the front, then obviously you can see that part of the starlight passes through the atmosphere of the planet, right? So in general, you are seeing the spectrum of the star, but then when the planet comes in the front, it's going to go through, for a small fraction of time, it's going to go through the atmosphere of the planet. And therefore, then you can see the spectrum of the planet or study the atmosphere. And if you can do that, you can identify what are the materials in that spectrum. So typically, different elements emit emission lines or absorption lines in a given wavelength of frequency. So you can measure that and actually identify what is the chemical composition of the exoplanet. And that's exactly what Pandora does. So it basically studies the atmosphere of exoplanets. Kepler and TESS, the earlier missions, they basically were just to identify. So they just did the spectroscopy. They just did the transit method to identify. But this method is actually going to use spectroscopy to actually do it. Now these are basically, you've all heard about James Webb. James Webb is a $11 billion telescope. So what happens is that missions like this, they help actually develop candidates or identify candidates, which then James Webb, which is a huge telescope, 6.5 meter space telescope, this will basically identify candidates which James Webb can further explore. So this is basically the job of smaller telescopes to identify ideal planets, etc., that James Webb can study. So this is supposed to be very soon launched in fall this year. By fall, I mean maybe August, September should be the time when it gets launched. It will be launched by the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. It would go on a sun-synchronous low orbit. The mission is just a one-year mission, and it expects to actually study at least 20 exoplanets, each observed 10 times for 24 hours. This will actually feed in to the database for James Webb. So Pandora is a part of the Astrophysics Pioneers program, and it's in collaboration with the NASA Goddard Space Center, as well as the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. So we are all looking forward to this, and this will actually help answer our questions as to whether we are alone in this universe. So looking forward to the results from Pandora. First the launch and then the results. Thank you.